What's up? Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, and good night. Let's all explain why today started off as one of the most awful, annoying, terrible days, and then it actually got a lot worse, and then it got better, and then it got a lot worse, and then it became the greatest day ever. Why? Because you come into the market, you're all bent out of shape, right? Oh my God, I should have been short last night. I knew the market was going to go down. Right, sure you did. Then what happens? All right, well, we're conditioned to buy the dip, right? But you don't want to buy the dip because we're breaking under yearly lows on some of these indices. So you wanted to see what was going to happen. Next thing you know, you're chopped up, you're nervous. Next thing you know, you're getting beat up in something. Oh my God. And then comes UTX. UTX reports earnings. Stock is only gapped down slightly. What happens? UTX right from the open, right? Stays above the VWAP. Next thing you know, what's happening? What's happening on UTX? Let's go back. Let's review. Stock's down at 124 pre-market. Next thing you know, wham, through the 1 minute. Bang, through the multi-day VWAP and through the opening range, you're a buyer on UTX. 126.78 was our first entry. Sorry, 125.78 was the first entry at the VWAP. And then we added to it at 126.38 as it was going green and ripped higher. And we got stopped out later in the day using the VWAP as the out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's fast forward to the middle of the day. Well, let's look at the Goldman Sachs, which sucked big time. No disguising it. Got hammered on this trade. Absolutely destroyed on it. I felt like getting aggressive. I was like, hey, if this market's going to come back, Goldman Sachs is going to rip, isn't it? No. It rolled over on me. I stopped out a half at the VWAP, and I got crushed on the other half as it broke the bottom of the range. Absolutely despicable. But guess what? Didn't give up. Fought my way back. Next thing you know, it's above the VWAP, back above the range. Here, I'm buying it at 117, 217.50, looking at 220 right here, 219. Wham! Then you got overstock. Who would have thought overstock was going to be a viable trade? I don't know. I don't give a shit. As long as the stock's telling me what to do. Here's your overstock. All right, I missed the first move, pulls back to the VWAP. Next thing you know, it rallies without me again, but then it comes back to the VWAP again. Comes back to the VWAP again to only finally break that range. So I gave it a shot there at $20.60. Maybe it gets back to the top of the range. Guess what? It did. Bang. Winner. And then where did it all go wrong again? Wait a minute. We took a big hit on, let's see. Stitch Fix didn't work. Tilray. All right, Tilray. Let's talk about Tilray. The weed stocks, right? All gapping down today. Any moron that thought now that they approved weed in Canada, now was the time? The stocks have been rallying for 8 months up to this day, and people are still thinking it was a good idea to buy. They're getting crushed. But guess what? Capitulation ensued. Everything got slammed down. Cron's sitting there at 750. CGC sitting there at 37.50. IGC down at 250. NBEV at 485. And we're licking our chops as soon as these things went back over the VWAP. Started getting green. Phenomenal. So we had a shitty day, it got even worse, then we started making some of that back and it got all bad, and guess what? Now we're having a good day again. Wham! Patience. You never have to rush into these trades. And now every single one of these trades is a massive trade. Not just a good trade, a massive, massive trade. Massive. Capital M, capital Viv. Massive. Massive. Look at these stocks. Look at some of these moves. Look at NBEV, for God's sakes. My God. Stock goes green at 485, tax on 50 cents. Take you 30 years to make that in the bank. Look at UTX, goes green, crushes the shorts, up 5 points. Next thing you know, the market starts rallying. Oh, it was Hog. That was the one that didn't work. Hog was an awful trade. That one was just awful, continued to be awful. And it's now, of course, it's near the highs of the day, but what are you going to do? So a little patience today really went a long way. The only ones that kind of let us down were AMD once, twice was a loss, so then I made that money back. PTI, that was a sick one. Got hammered on it first, but then that broke back above 750 and went up to 8, so made some of that money back. Really, it was Tilray, UTX, NBEV with the monsters. And now the shorts are on the run. Now, I didn't think we were going to rally into the end of the day, but fuck this shit because the market's telling me that I'm wrong. The UVXY has been crashing over the last 2.5 hours, which is giving me the idea that this market might actually rally into the close. And it is 3 o'clock. And we're not selling off. We're only down 50 points. So anybody who hasn't covered this market yet, they're up Schitt's Creek right now. They're hoping and praying. By the way, every little one of these stupid trades is working. AUDC, CYTK. I mean, seriously, diamonds about to go green here. Only down 50 cents. Anybody still in the GLW? Another reversal. Every one of these trades now, all 17 that didn't work this morning are all winners now. It's absolutely amazing. Even the YEX tacked on 60 cents off the 1775. By the way, what a great idea that was. Finally made money on YEX today. Come on now. And if you haven't bought Amarin yet, please, for the love of God, what you're going to do tomorrow is the next thing you should do in your life is buy 100 shares. If you can't think of a present to buy for your kids, Amarin for Christmas. If you can't think of something for Valentine's Day for your significant other, Amarin for Valentine's Day. If you can't think of something for Hanukkah or Arbor Day or Kwanzaa, 100 shares of Amarin. It'll be worth 5 times your money within the next couple of years, or maybe at least 100% your money. Does it matter? No, but the stock's bucking the trend all day. How could you not want to buy a stock that's going up while the market was crashing? Hello, Frisco, Goldman Sachs, 219.50 now, people. 219.50, the ironic trade continues. And yeah, and here comes the IPOs now. So all your shitty IPOs that were getting crushed are coming back. Your Twilos and your Coops and your Sens and all the other great stocks. But guess what, people? I've already sold out of this UTX there at 130 just now, and I'm out of the Tilray. So what do I got left? I got Goldman Sachs left. I got Amarin left, and that's about it. So what a day. What an extraordinary day. It could have been really, really awful, and it could have been really, really bad. But guess what? It wasn't, because you remained patient, you remained disciplined. Yeah, you had to take some pain throughout the day, but guess what? All that pain became a gain. And now you're happy, and we could just live for the next day. And look at the NBEV now. Are you kidding me? 548, are you crazy? I mean, everything's working right now. It's absurd. It's absurd, people. It really is absurd. And again, once again, I don't know if this is the end of the bear moment that we're having. I thought we were going to be probably closing at the lows of the day today. So fuck me, I've been wrong about most things today, but still wound up taking a little bit out of this market. Thank you for the UTX, the Tilray, and the NBEV. And look at all these stocks. They were all worth so much more than I made on these trades. It's absolutely insane, people. Absolutely, absolutely incredible. It's insanity. It's incredible. The government does not want this market to go down yet. And whatever you think the underlying factors for this amazing comeback is today, it doesn't matter what it is. Because it is. Because it is. And that's why it's happening. Because it's happening. It is because it is. So again, it's nice to be wrong. It's nice to be wrong and right. It's great to be right, yet wrong. You're wrong, you're long, you're long, you're wrong. You're short, you're long, you're wrong, you're long. It's absolutely insane. We're about to go green. It's the greatest market ever. It's unbelievable. But I still think we got more selling to be done. But it's incredible comeback. 600-point rally off the lows. So many miraculous comebacks. And of course, Goldman Sachs only 50 cents away from our target, because there was no way in fucking hell this market was going to go up without Goldman Sachs getting back to 220 today. So again, some of these were speculative calls, some of these were just assumption trades, and some of them were just, holy shit, Amarin's under 19, or at 19 again, buy it. And then there's the UTX trade, which by far is the #1 trade of the day, the easiest trade, the #1 standard of our operations here. What we try to do is we try to buy stocks that are gapping down on earnings. I didn't think UTX would turn out to be such a monster, considering the market was so weak. I thought some of these reversals might be muted, but guess what? The reversals turn into a short squeeze, the short squeeze turns into a full-blown rally, and here we are only down 26 points on the Dow Jones from being down, I think, about 500 or 600. So whatever the case is, victory all around. The bulls are still in control. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, nor do I give a shit. All right? So tomorrow, guess what? There'll be 8 other stocks that we're looking at. And one will reverse, one will do shit, one will chop around, one will reverse and not work, one will reverse and keep going, then you'll sell it and it'll keep going up, one you'll sell and it'll keep going down, and it'll be the same fucking day as it always is, because every day is the same day. Just trade reversals. My name's Kenny Glick, and you're not. By the way, I meant to say I am the Warlock. Please don't refer to me as Kenny Glick anymore. I am the Warlock or just Warlock.